Alright, what's up guys? I know it's been a while since I've done a video, but just been taking a break trying to take care of some things, but that's not the point of the video. The point of this video is to show you that there is actually some legitimate fake news going around about a certain issue. Not really gonna say what it is, but you'll find out when we watch the video. But this right here is actual fake news, like Donald Trump would say, fake news.
You stay
You are fake news.
Sir.
It's a video about a call for an uprising, and if you haven't subscribed to his channel, I'll have a link down in the description to his channel so you can go check out more of his content and everything. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know that some of you may be shocked by this video, but some of you may not believe it. But I'm just saying, hey, it's up to you. You can believe it if you want to, but I just want to present you with the video so that way you actually can, decide from there. Because I'm not going to say one way or the other, but I do agree with him on this video because I've seen it. But I just wanted to show you guys the video so that way you'll know that maybe learn something. And also because when I watched it, I didn't know this either, so I learned it as well. But yeah, let's not waste too much more time and actually get into the video itself. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty this was a pretty crazy video when I first watched it. So yeah, let's go watch it.
Call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. You have got to see this. Do not shut this video off until after you see what I'm talking about. Watch what was aired on NBC News in regards to the measles and what's going on as far as, vaccination. Take a look.
Tonight, America on track for its worst measles outbreak in 25 years. 90 more cases in just 1 week. Public health officials doing all they can to urge Americans to vaccinate their children, offering free clinics, declaring states of emergency.
This anti-vax movement has proven to be very dangerous.
Yeah, how many times have you heard this either on the news or or on social media? How many times have you heard that, oh, they're making a big deal about vaccinations and all that stuff? I can't even tell you the last time I had been vaccinated. I don't even remember the last time I've been vaccinated because it was sometime when I was a lot younger, so I don't even remember exactly at what age I was vaccinated. So, and I will tell you this right now, I've been perfectly fine. I really haven't had, any health issues since then, so, or I haven't caught measles since then. Hell, I don't even remember the last time I actually got sick and threw up, and like actually legitimately threw up. So I'm just saying, it just seems like a bunch of bullshit to me. That's all I'm saying.
Officials are fighting the persistent but widely debunked myths circulating on social media, falsely linking vaccines to everything from seizures to autism. Not far from the epicenter of the nation's largest outbreak in the New York region, nurse Melody Butler is trying to convince anxious parents.
I know how susceptible people can be.
And yeah, then that's a whole nother argument that's been going on as well. Like whether, then you have the doctors that claim it doesn't give you seizures and all this other stuff that they say it doesn't happen. Then there's other people that, say that it does give you this and that and autism and all that stuff. But, you know, like I said before, I haven't got any type of vaccinations in the longest fucking time, and nothing really has happened to me at all since then, since I got my last one, whatever the fuck that was. You know, I haven't even gotten sick or anything like that. I haven't gotten sick. I haven't threw up. I haven't got any measles and any of that shit, to be honest. So that's why I keep saying that it's not really that big of a deal.
Hi, my name is Melanie Butler.
She knows because she herself was once afraid of getting the flu vaccine when she was pregnant with her third child. The things you had initially seen online, they seem legit.
They did. And even as a nurse, I was taken for a ride by them.
We need everyone to become a vaccine champion.
She's now on a mission to fight the myths, founding Nurses Who Vaccinate. Number one myth is autism.
Yes.
What is the argument they make and what's the counter argument?
So the argument they make is that the vaccines given at 1 year age cause autism, but we have so much evidence showing that autism signs and symptoms can actually be present from birth.
And there's no link to vaccinations?
Absolutely not.
Some parents worry even if vaccines don't cause autism, they have too many chemicals.
What I usually tell them is I inform them there's more aluminum present in breast milk than there is in the vaccine your child's going to get.
One nurse trying to spread the truth and save lives.
I work with mothers who've lost their children to vaccine-preventable diseases. I'm doing everything I can to prevent another family from suffering a death of a child or from lifelong suffering.
All right.
And I know some of you guys are going to just think I'm pulling this out of my ass, but I've also heard and, you know, seen articles of actually people dying from getting vaccines as well. So it's like, you know, yeah, you can die from not getting them, but at the same time, you can die from getting them. So it's like, yeah, the slippery slope, man. I'm just saying, just one of those things that just seems to be fucking, it just seems to be bullshit. That's all I'm saying.
Back in the studio now with Dr. John Torres. If someone has had the vaccine, but they're in a high-risk area, should they get a booster?
Well, Lester, if you got 2 MMR vaccines as a child or even as an adult, then you're fully immunized against measles and you don't need a booster. But if you're not sure whether you might have only gotten 1 shot or maybe not any, there's no harm in getting a booster to make sure. But check with your doctor first, just to be sure.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.
Now, you might say, well, what's the...
Now, here we go. Now, this is the part I was talking about. This is the actual, you know, part I want you guys to see, because this right here is what kind of took me aback. It kind of surprised me. So just watch this shit, man.
A big deal. I don't get it. Well, let me show you why it's a big deal, because this is something that you can use to show your friends, your family, or anyone else out there that thinks you're crazy how fake the news really is. Look at this photo of this young baby covered in measles who supposedly, according to the Israeli Times, or the Israel Times, the Times of Israel, this baby died months ago. The first case in 15 years of a baby dying of measles.
Because now it says Tyler dies of measles in Jerusalem in first such incident in 15 years. Amid spikes in cases throughout Israel, Healthy Ministry Chief considers banning from schools children whose parents refuse to vaccinate them. Now, this was not that long ago. This was written on November 1st, 2018 at 8:47 p.m. This was not that long ago. So this was a pretty recent story. I mean, it's not necessarily that recent, but it's still not that long ago. So I'm just saying. Now here we go.
And why is this important? Well, Google doctor holding beautiful newborn baby, and look what you get here. This is what is called a stock photo. If you're not familiar with what a stock photo is, stock photos are professional photos that are taken that people purchase to use on their websites, on pamphlets, for whatever they might need them for.
Which we all have seen before, because, you know, I've been to many doctors' offices and seen pamphlets with these type of photos and everything on them. And we've seen these type of photos before, these stock photos that have been, you know, used in a lot of different places. So yeah, I mean, if they would be willing to use them in pamphlets and all that type of stuff, I mean, why wouldn't other places like the news outlets use them as well? Just
Does
saying.
this picture look familiar? Put them side by side.
There
This
we
is
go.
the same exact photo, only this is of a baby with not having measles on its body, and this is a photo with it doctored to make.
Yeah, exactly. So see, just pause it right quick so you guys can see it, because it's the same exact photo, and everything, man. So just saying, bro, this is the type of stuff that they're not really gonna tell you, because this is NBC reporting on this, showing this type of photo, talking about measles, when this itself is fake. The article in which they got the picture from is fake, and the store they got they got it from was fake as well. So see what I'm talking about. They want to talk about everybody else spreading fake news, and they want to talk about, oh, these conspiracy theory channels are doing nothing but fake news, when a lot of these channels are, actually giving, I'm not going to say every channel, but a lot of these channels are actually out here actually exposing a lot of truth that's out there in the world, but a lot of people don't believe them since they're labeled conspiracy theories, and that's a part of the problem. But see, a lot of these news stations fake a lot of stuff as well. How many of you guys have seen that video where you had all those different news stations basically repeating the same lines, and everything? I'm pretty sure you've seen that video before. If I can find the video, I'll put that clip into this video somewhere. But just in case if you guys haven't seen it, or that way you guys
Or
can
a
go
difference,
out.
it seems.
The sharing of biased and
False news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish things aren't true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think, and this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Point is, a lot of these news stations spread fake news as well. So it's not only a lot of people think it's like, oh, it's just these conspiracy theory channels that do it. No, a lot of these news stations do it as well. And if you want to be truthful, a lot of these conspiracy theorists, they speak more truth than a lot of these news stations do. Just saying.
Make it look like this baby had measles. So NBC is pushing this kind of fake news. Now, why are there no repercussions for that? The whole agenda of the video, the news clip, was what? That these nurses need to come out and they need to end this this fake news about vaccinations and autism and all of this stuff, how we're wrong and the doctors are right, and they're using doctored photos. Where's the uproar for that? Where are people going, are you kidding me?
That's exactly what I was thinking, man, because, how many times have you seen people be like, oh, look at these conspiracy theorists spreading all this fake news, but then these same exact news stations do it, but you don't really hear too many people, getting in an uproar about that. The whole thing is pretty ridiculous if you ask me, man.
They call us fake news because we have difference of opinion than what they're force-feeding us, yet they're doctoring photos to push their agenda on NBC News, which goes to millions of people across America.
That's exactly what I was thinking. And exactly what I just said, too. That's exactly what I just said. But, hey, it's one of those things that, like I said when I was talking to my brother, trying to tell some of these people this stuff, man, is like trying to talk to a brick wall. No matter how much you talk, no matter how much you tell it, still not gonna change into, not gonna change at all. So, it's very hard convincing these people to wake up, man.
People should be uprising against this. They should be demanding that NBC no longer talk about vaccinations and how anti-vaxxers are dangerous and all this other crap. People should be demanding that NBC's taken off the air for making up photos and putting it in their news report to manipulate people into feeling bad because it's a baby dying of measles, while people like us are out there saying that vaccinations are dangerous. They're trying to brainwash you by playing off your emotions and love for children, because all people, when they see a poor innocent child die of measles, are going to feel, you know what, maybe they should get vaccinated. Everyone should be, because we can't have young babies dying. It's sad. It's terrible.
Yeah, exactly, because that's how a lot of these organizations do. That's what a lot of them do. They take certain things like that, like, babies, animals, stuff like that a lot of people care about. They tend to take those particular things and they love to, use that to play on people's emotions. That way they'd be more willing to, accept this type of news and everything, man.
What a complete and utter joke. Share this video with your friends. Now they'll say, I don't get it, right? The reason that the vaccine movement is so big is because of depopulation. Because the stuff that they pump in these needles, and they tell you it's, we're going to prevent the flu, even though you'll still get the flu. Even though, like I've said a million times over, if one person's vaccinated and one person's not, why does the person who's vaccinated care?
Yeah, that's very true, because I've seen that, I've heard of stories like that before, where some of these people would get the shots but still get the flu anyways. It's pretty crazy. And number two, yeah, he's right. For example, if, I happen to get, if I happen to, get my vaccination for whatever, like the measles or whatever, I wouldn't really be worried about whether someone else happens to have it or not. I mean, yes, I don't want them to touch me, just because because I want to stay clean and all that stuff. But still, at the same time, I wouldn't really worry about whether those particular individuals have it or not. That's all I'm saying.
If their kids are vaccinated, why do they care if someone else's isn't? Because the vaccination's supposed to prevent them from getting sick. So they shouldn't care, right? Oh, because the vaccinations don't work, because what they're pumping into you causes things like autism and all other diseases, and who even knows what, right? All the diseases we see arise in Alzheimer's, dementia, autism, right? And people just go, yeah, must be something in the air that's causing all these kids to be born autistic. Must be a reason that we have TV shows like The Good Doctor, total crap, where an autistic kid is a doctor, because they want to normalize this stuff, because they don't want parents to feel like if they have an autistic kid that something's wrong with them, because they want people to think it's normal to be autistic when it's not normal. This is a result of what they're doing to us.
Very, very true, which some people just don't get, but I don't really, I've heard of that show, The Good Doctor, and I've just chose not to watch it just because I'm not really a big fan of those type of shows anyways, if we're being honest. Like, the only doctor show I really would watch is Scrubs. I'm just saying just talking about that specifically. And it's that type of stuff that I definitely noticed a lot, is that a lot of these people tend to really push. Like, I've seen a few of his videos where they try to push the whole thing, where it's like, oh, if your kid doesn't get a vaccine or whatever, we're gonna have to try to do something, like find the parents or whatever, or try to do something to keep the kids from those particular kids being around other kids and everything. It's like, well, I don't really see why, because it shouldn't affect them. So I don't really understand that, man.
There's a reason that there's a climb in all these diseases. This is an absolute, utter disgrace. Disgrace. And this is airing on NBC. Doctoring their photos, yet they come out and they say, oh, YouTubers are fake news. Oh, anyone who's ever even talked about Pizzagate and, these creepy photos that James Alefantis has of him, adults staring at kids' rear ends. Oh, we're fake news because we're saying that it's disgusting. Oh, we're fake news because we talk about the moon landing being fake. Oh, we're fake news because we're anti-vaxxers.
Yeah, exactly, because it doesn't make any sense. Why are so many people quick to call everyone else that talks about this particular stuff fake news? Why is it that when someone comes out and talks about how, oh, this particular individual is involved in Pizzagate and we should be disgusted by this stuff, that's a problem. But when NBC comes out and does stuff like this, it's okay. Doctoring photos to prove their points. Or if someone talks about satanic ritual abuse, or, Satanism, in a bad way, that's a problem. People want to look at that and to be like, okay, this is an issue. But they don't take the same, action towards something like NBC or one of these other news stations like Fox News or CNN or one of these particular places, particular news stations, stuff like that. And that's something I don't get. They don't have that same energy for those particular individuals, but they'll come after all these conspiracy theorists and everybody else. It doesn't make sense.
Oh, we're fake news because we believe in things like the McMartin preschool trial, like Satanism, satanic ritual abuse. Yeah? Well, they just got caught literally pushing fake news because the photo is a doctored stock photo that they took and they used and put deliberately in their video clip to persuade people, to manipulate people. Where's the retraction? Are they going to come out and say, oh, we apologize for doctoring the photo? Of course not. You know what they'll do instead? They'll just take this video down probably, if they can find it.
Yeah.
Or somebody will...
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, man. It's like, that's one thing I definitely would say. Or hell, they might even take this video down since I'm covering this. But hey, like if they do, then that just proves my point that, and proves my point and his point that this whole thing is fake news. But, it doesn't make sense that, at the end of the day, this is what doesn't make sense to me. If these conspiracy channels are, fake news, as I like to say, or not real, or, made up, my thing is, what I don't understand is, why does, people in the courts and like the, Google and people like that, why do they go so hard to try to take some of these channels down if these channels are quote unquote fake news, or they, not real, or, the opinions, their opinions, not facts and all that stuff. That's what doesn't make sense to me, but hey, whatever, that's all I'm saying, man.
Flag it. Oh, you can't have these things on here. Absolute joke. This is the world we live in. And if this isn't enough to wake up these sleeping morons out there who think that all this stuff on the TV is real and people like us are crazy because they don't want to think that anyone's smarter than they are, because they believe in the system that they were indoctrinated by, the school system, the news. Oh, we're all crazy people because we think we're smarter than everyone else when we don't think we're smarter than everyone else. We're trying to help everyone see that this is an agenda against the human race. And all this is, these vaccines, is to depopulate.
Exactly, because I'm pretty sure if you go to his channel, I'm pretty sure you can probably find at least one, maybe two comments talking about how he's crazy, this, that, and the third, for even covering this type of thing or even saying what he's saying. And I'm pretty sure if enough people watch, I'm pretty sure if enough people watch this video, they're probably gonna, go through and say the same thing. I'm crazy for believing this stuff, and I'm, an idiot or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, you have to ask yourself, do you think I'd really give a fuck if some of these people would come and say that stuff? No, not really, man. So it would just be a waste of time.
And make people sicker. Like we're not sick enough with depression and anxiety from all the crap that they're dumping on us, putting in our water, the fluoride. They're like, oh, he's crazy. They're putting stuff in the water. They openly admit they put fluoride in the water. And then they tell you it's so you don't get cavities. Huh? Everybody gets cavities, and we all drink the fluoride. Clearly manipulation. Boy, I'll tell you. It's stuff.
And, it's manipulation that's working because, a lot of these people watch NBC, and a lot of people are manipulated by it. So, even though I don't like giving these fuckers credit, I mean, that is one thing they're doing well, is manipulating motherfuckers. So, hey, I guess, you have that. But then again, that shouldn't even be a thing that is happening. But then again, we got to look at what times we're living in, man.
Like this, just hope. Share this. This needs to go viral. Share this with people. Show them. This is just more proof, right, that we're right and they're wrong. Because this is the level and the tactics they have to use to get their agendas pushed.
Yeah, and that's exactly why I'm doing a commentary over this video and covering it, because I want to make sure that the people that are, on this channel or that may be watching, could, learn about this, so that way they could know that they're really pushing this whole vaccine stuff really hard. Because if you go on YouTube and everything, man, you'll see that they're really pushing these all, vaccine things really, really fucking hard, man. It's crazy. And, it's just crazy how much this stuff is being really, really pushed. But like I said, man, this is what happens when, these individuals keep doing it, man. Just people just fall right into it, man. So, hey.
Manipulating and doctoring photos because they're afraid that people are waking up to what's really going on. So if you're somebody out there who, and trust me, there's people who listen to my channel and they go, I like your channel, I like you, but you're wrong about the vaccination. Oh yeah? What are they doctoring photos for? Why are they beating a dead horse here and talking about this day in and day out? And having to reprogram people into believing in vaccinations because they realize that people aren't doing it. They're fining people if they don't get them in Brooklyn. That whole thing I was talking about. Doing it at, the Golden Globes, having doctors come out and fake flu shot people to just plant seeds in people's heads.
Yeah, I definitely remember watching his video where they literally had the Golden Globes, and they literally were having these people in nurses outfits basically going around trying to get people to get, I believe it was flu shots or vaccination, one of the fucking two. And I was like, God damn it, they're really, really fucking pushing this shit that hard. Really doing it that hard at the damn Golden Globes. The shit was ridiculous. If you go back on his channel, you'll better find the video. And the whole thing is just fucking ridiculous. But you gotta push them vaccines, man.
All these celebrities coming out, Dr. Oz and Ellen, and they're all doing flu shots on their show like it's some original, cool, funny, entertaining content. It's to program you, right? Oh, Ellen, what a nice person. She wouldn't mislead me. And her employees are getting the flu shot, even though she won't, even though Dr. Oz won't even vaccinate his own family. NBC News, folks, right in front of your face. Share this. If people you show this to still think, oh, you're crazy, then they are dumber than you could possibly imagine. Wake up, America. You're being played and programmed. I thank you for listening to today's show.
You know, and yeah, just make sure when you guys go to his channel, after I put it in the description, just make sure that you know, you go through and share the video on Twitter and Facebook and all that stuff. That way, this actually can get out there, and more people can hear this, because more people need to, you know, need to see this video and hear this stuff. Because this right here is really ridiculous in my opinion, man. Like, this whole thing is a low down tactic, low down dirty tactic that they have to go to push this whole vaccine thing. I just think it's fucking ridiculous if you ask me. I mean, goddamn, you really have to do all this to fake a story about a baby dying, you know, from measles to get your points about getting vaccines and everything out there. That right there is just fucking ridiculous if you ask me, man. But this is the tactics that they gotta use. But yeah, make sure you guys go to his channel, subscribe. Make sure you share the video, and also make sure, you know, you like, share, and subscribe onto my channel and everything. And also comment and let me know your opinion on this whole situation, because I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. You know, because you know it's always a good thing having discussions about these type of things, man, because you know they're not gonna come out and tell you this type of stuff. So you know always got to make sure to go out there and you know look for this type of stuff on our own, because they're not gonna tell you this stuff. So, but yeah, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and comment on this video, share this video and all that stuff, and you know do the same onto my channel. And I definitely hope you guys had a good day or having a good day. Hope you're doing well, you know, and everything. And just let me know what you guys think, because this right here is just really low and just crazy to me, man, if you ask me. But then again, that's just my opinion on it. But yeah, anyways, I'll let you guys go. Yeah, I love you guys, and I hope to see you in the next video and everything. Let me know what you guys think, and alright, peace. I'll see you guys in the next video.